Hi, this is Jason Bruno and welcome to my channel. I'm out here today doing some exploring out in the Adirondacks. Some new country that I've never been in. I always like to start out by walking trails or roads. Right now I'm on a road that's gated, so it's just easier walking when I go into some new place. I try to stick to trails or something like that to cover the most ground, the same as you would as if you were driving roads looking for tracks. I'm doing the same thing, except I have to do it on foot because there's no vehicle access in here. I got the shotgun today in case we come across any grouse or rabbits. I figure if I'm walking around the woods, I might as well carry a shotgun. I've come across a few tracks so far, all does, maybe 6 sets or something like that. I've been about a mile. I'm gonna keep going on this road until it turns into a trail, and we're gonna make a big loop back out to the main road I started on. So that's the plan for the day anyways. Hopefully see if there's some big bucks in here. So I just came onto this buck track here. He's not very big. He's probably maybe a 2-year-old buck. Something like 130 pound range, but I'm going to show you. So he walks on the fronts of his feet. So that's one way to separate older deer from younger deer, is that older deer, when they get to be like that 4+ years old, they walk more flat-footed. When the younger ones walk, they got their toes kind of tipped forward, and they're kind of like prance, almost walk on the fronts of their feet. And when they get to that like 4+ years old, they walk on the flats of their feet. So regardless of the size of the buck, that's something that I notice no matter where I go, because some places just don't grow 200-pound bucks, or if they do, they aren't, you know what I mean, there aren't very many of them. Some mature bucks might only weigh 140, 50 pounds and be 6, 7, 8 years old. So that's something I do, when I see a buck track that's got that real flat foot, that's what I'm really looking for anyway. So this is, he's walking on the fronts of his feet, just a real young buck. So we're just gonna keep on going down this road I'm walking on. Well, I've been down the ways, probably a mile and a half maybe. And lots of does in here. Seen doe tracks everywhere. So there's a lot of deer here. Only 2 buck tracks. I haven't seen any good ones yet. Seen probably, I don't know, at least a dozen does. So that doesn't necessarily mean there's never good bucks here. Like, this could be a spot that you come back to, after snow. When the rut's on, things change. There's bucks in these areas where there's a lot of does. They don't necessarily live here, but I was kind of hoping that I was going to find some places where they were wintering and feeding, but there hasn't been. The nut trees in here don't seem to have produced much this year, so haven't found a place where they're really like holed up feeding. Maybe we'll find that, maybe we won't. Anyways, just got back out to the vehicle, went on like a 4.5 mile loop, found a pile of does, a lot of does, I don't know, 30 does. I mean, they're wintered up a little bit, but 3 buck tracks. I don't believe any of them to be over the age of 2. They were all young. That doesn't mean that, so I haven't like given up on this area. It's a huge piece of woods. So from what I learned today, just from walking around this piece, is there's a lot of does in here. So in November when the rut's on, I mean, the rut's over now, it's it's middle of January, so when the rut's on, I'm sure there's going to be some big bucks in there, just in there looking for does. So there's no doubt that I can go in there and find some bigger bucks. I am going to go explore it some more when I do get a chance. I picked this place on a topo map. That's what I prefer to use. I'll try to get into that on some more on some future videos.